So I saw Abigail in theaters, and I was really excited for this movie. As someone whose favorite genre is horror, and it feels like I haven't seen a great vampire movie in a long time. I thought the whole cast was great in this. Like they all had fun, distinct personalities to the characters. Like I wanted them to live at the end of this, because I always appreciate that in a horror movie where when you watch the horror movie, you actually do care about the characters. And this movie is definitely gory. Like when they kill the vampires, it definitely is gory. It kind of reminded me of when he killed a vampire and they exploded. It kind of reminded me of like in the original Blade movie when Blade like do those swenzes at vampires that blew up their heads. Kind of reminded me of that a little bit for some reason. But the whole cast I think is fantastic. Like you have the girl from Scream Five, sis who played the Sam Carrot, the main sister of the Scream Five and Sis movies. And I think she's great in this. And I think, like I said, I think all the characters have really fun personalities and like they all feel distinct. I think it does a great job with the horror element. And I really love the close quarters of this movie. Like I always love horror movies where it's like takes place in this tight space. And the little girl who plays the ballerina vampire, she's great in this movie. She does a great job of feeling like a normal kid at first, where she's this sweet, innocent kid. But then when she's like turns it on, you find out she's a vampire. She does a great job of also being scary at the same time. Like she's able to play like both sides of the character, and this does a fantastic job. Like I really loved her character. And the actress who played Scott's daughter in Ant-Man and Wasp: Quantumania, and who was also played the main character in Least Frankenstein. She's also great in this. There's just so many great actors in this who they all do a great job in this. Again, it's very fun characters with really personalities that popped. Like I wanted them to live at the end of this movie. The fight scenes are really good. I really love the vampire lore they kind of add to this. Like there's a one of the characters gets bit later on when it gets down to two survivors, and he can't use he brings the main girl back when he's fighting her after he beats her down a little bit. And Mike's still thinking he can like control her because the little girl bit one of the other characters and was able to control them. And I love the fact that he kind of hint in this movie that you can't use all those special abilities right away. That it takes time. So I love that little vampire lore there. And I will say this: they hope you do meet her father, the little girl's father. They reference him in the movie, and then he shows up down to the very end. They don't say he's Dracula, but I mean, they make a lot of hints in this movie where it's pretty obvious that's Dracula. Like, I would love to see a sequel to this because the girl from the two Scream movies survives. She's only survived at the end of this movie. I would love to see a sequel of her or a sequel about the little girl and supposedly they don't say Dracula, but I'm gonna guess that's Dracula with the hints they had in the movie. But her and her father, a story about those two characters because I think that could be really interesting. Like they hint that her father was supposedly, like I said, they don't say he's Dracula, but I'm gonna assume he's Dracula. That he doesn't really pay much attention to anymore. I think there could be a really cool storyline there. But it's just the whole cast is just great in this. There's just so many fun moments, and I love this movie. I love how this movie combines comedy with horror. It does a great job of blending because that can be really tricky in horror movies. And I think the directors who did this are the same directors who did Scream Five, Sis, and Whether You or Not was is a great original horror movie that I highly recommend you fans go and check out. But what I really love about all four of these movies is that they do a great job in all four of these movies having comedy with horror. It never like I never felt like any of these four movies so far that they overdid it with the comedy where it didn't blend with the horror. And like I said, it's just tricky to do that. And just on like a very great track record for me personally. So I thought this was fantastic, Abigail. The whole cast is great in this. There's some great acting in this. It is gory. I love all the characters. It has some good suspenseful, tense moments in the movie when it comes to the creepy moments of them wandering around the house, which I thought was nice. And again, it does a great job blending horror and comedy. So I highly recommend go check out Abigail in theaters. For me personally, it's the best vampire movie I've seen in a long time. So that's my thoughts on Abigail. Until next time, movie fans.